So hello there, my name's Daniel Metra and welcome to the video. And I've treated myself and I've brought some new flatbed wagons with crates on them, as you can see here. But when I say treat myself, I didn't just buy these. I brought two of the Sodor Steamwork ones, and then I brought two of the Brendam cargo freight ones. There's another one here as well, it says Brendam Bay on it, Shipping Co. And I only got one of that, and that was because there was only one left in stock. And I brought these from an online shop on eBay called AGR Models. However, it is actually an actual shop. It's actually based in Leighton Buzzard, just around the corner from the Leighton Buzzard narrow gauge railway. And me and my friend Joe, we actually just happened to bump into each other in September when we were there. We went there, but because of the national lockdown and all that, and not being a non-essential shop, it was actually closed. Unfortunately, but obviously, so you can buy things on their eBay store. And then I got this letter that came with my purchase. And on it says that obviously if you look on their shop, online shop website as well, there's more on there as well. And it's a really interesting shop. And I thought these were good value for money. And they're probably a little bit more expensive than some of the retailers. However, I don't mind spending a few pounds more, sort of thing, really, to support a local shop. Because I'd rather it sort of be there than not be there at all. Because I like to actually, go in a shop and buy stuff, not just buy stuff online all the time. But obviously, I am buying more stuff online at the minute because obviously, a lot of the shops, obviously the shops are all closed now because of the national lockdown, the non-essential shops. But I don't mind spending a few pounds more to try and support, local business. Although Leighton Buzzard's like an hour drive from where I live, so it's not that local, but it still sort of comes under sort of the region of the area that I live in. But yeah, I really like these. And the Sodor Steamworks one's probably my favourite one, to be honest with you. And that's the logo that is on the Sodor Steamworks where they fix the engines, and it's also the logo on the side of Kevin the Crane and Victor the steam engine. And I really like these trucks, and for me they're a little bit of a reference to both the model series, the show, when the engines were carrying flatbed trucks with crates on them, and again the same in the CGI animated series as well. My only thing I would say with these is that obviously the crates are loose, and I was a little bit worried about them bouncing off. However, they weren't actually that loose, to be honest with you, when they were running around. They stayed quite still. Although if the train did stop suddenly for some reason, if it came off the track, or if I stopped the train suddenly, the loads do move forwards a bit because they are loose. But there was a video on YouTube recently about the new stock for this year, and on that, this was mentioned. Although these were actually brought out at the end of last year, but they're still obviously new to the range anyway. And also they announced they're bringing out Ryan and Daisy and Toby's museum coaches, which I'm quite excited for. So really look forward to them coming out. But like I said, also as well, I liked, particularly on this one, obviously it's got some red round it. And again, it sort of reminds me of a bit of some of the flatbed trucks you see in the model series. And initially, you could actually buy one of these flatbed trucks in Bachmann. I think it's been discontinued now. Very rare they discontinue anything in Bachmann, but it had been discontinued. It's a flatbed truck with nothing on. But I think it's nice that you can take things on and off. I mean, as well, if you really wanted to, with some flatbed trucks, you can put characters like George on them, because obviously George, the steamroller, for example, travelled on some like the whale wagons and things like that. Although George obviously doesn't really like railways very much, so he wouldn't have been very happy for that, I don't think, even though the railways have helped him out numerous times. But yeah, no, I really like these wagons, and like I said, as you can see, I've got 5 altogether. So 2 of the Steamwork ones, 2 of the Brendam Bay ones, and then one of the Brendam Bay ones, sorry, because that was all there was. The packaging's okay, but again, I sort of prefer the old Hornby one when it came in a proper box, because I feel like it protects it a little bit more. And I had a run of this with a few of my engines, including my BC well tank that I got last year, about 3 months ago. And so these wagons did run really well, and none of the crates or anything came off, which was good. They were quite steady if you go at a fair, sort of steady pace. And again, I think it makes more sense to buy more than one of the same truck sometimes, so you can create a bit of a long train, or you can have a mixed freight train as well. Again, like they did in the TV series of Thomas. So for me, that was good. recently as well, I was having to sort out, and I found this wooden railway leaflet from 1996, as you can see. And it shows you a lot of the other ones you can buy. So for me, that's quite nostalgic. So I'm quite pleased that I found that, and I knew I had it somewhere. But it's just that when I was having to sort out, I found it in one of the boxes. I've also got the breakdown crane in the Hornby range, and as you can see in the corner, it says Model Zone. Obviously, Model Zone's unfortunately closed down now, but that was a model shop that was literally everywhere. And like I said, although I like buying stuff online, it is nice to actually go into a shop and buy things off the shelf, rather than just on the internet all the time. But like I said, these were, good. I thought quite good value, really. And like I said, I don't mind spending a few pounds more to support a local shop, really. Obviously, if it was a lot more, then I would look elsewhere, because obviously I do have my budgets and that. But I'm happy to support local shops. With the packaging as well, it just says rolling stock at the top, which most of the wagons tend to. Though there is a little sticker on the back that says what they are. But I think it would be nice if, like the engine, so it actually said the name of the wagon as well, not just rolling stock. Because if I was getting someone to buy that for me, they wouldn't have had a clue what it was. So it's probably better that the name's on there rather than it just saying rolling stock. That'd be my own sort of criticism. And as well, really, with these, again, I don't know if you call it criticism really, but it'd be nice if there was some sort of band or something, to tie these down. Because obviously in Thomas as well, there's been numerous accidents when things haven't been tied down to flatbeds properly and falling off and causing confusion and delay. And as well, last year I got the log car in the Bachmann range. Although I really like it, I actually kept some of the bands that came with it, the plastic bands, just to keep the logs tied down, because I was worried about them bouncing off the truck. Depending on as well if your layout's got a gradient on it or not as well. I think that's something important to bear in mind. But like I said, I do really, really like these, and I think Bachmann have done a really good job. And for me, it's sort of a mixture of both the Railway series and the TV series. And as well, the logos on these two, back to the Brendam Bay and the cargo ones, I don't ever remember seeing anything like that. Although obviously I remember Sodor Shipping & Co. being on one of the buildings at the docks. So they probably just made them logos up, I think. But at the same time, I do think they look really nice anyway. I had run them; they run really, really nicely. Another good thing about these wagons as well is they have metal wheels, and again I prefer metal wheels because I think they run just that little bit better. And again, I'll probably talk about that breakdown crane I was telling you about another time. It's obviously been discontinued now because the Hornby range has been discontinued, unfortunately. Only Bachmann does them now, so really got no choice but to like Bachmann, really, because Bachmann's the only one that's producing anything at the minute. But yeah, I do really like these, and so I'd give them a 9 out of 10, I think. Because I like them, but they weren't quite there to give it a 10 out of 10. If I gave 10 out of 10 all the while, I'd think I was being a bit soft. But I do really like them, and they do run really nicely. And yeah, and obviously the fact that they've got metal wheels as well is good, really, because the breakdown crane, which I'm going to review another time, didn't have metal wheels. It had plastic ones, which I'll talk about another time. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.